Good afternoon, YouTube. Yes, I'm back. Excuse me for being so late. I really appreciate all the kind words from people on Facebook. My mum is out of hospital now. She's recovering at home. Been a few days of running around like a muppet. Yeah, I know I look like crap. I meant to shave my head and tidy myself up, but just ain't got round to it yet. I will do that. This is going to be my catching up video. So first things first, let's get the competition out of the way. I know it's early on Friday, but I'm going to get it out of the way so people know what's coming, all right? So the first one, I've got the entries for Taken 1 going there. So we'll get this out of the way, all right? Just bear in mind, this is the extended harder cut, all right? So this is what we're getting given away today. Let's get it done. So there's one, best guy on the table. Ooh. And the winner is Laura Charlton. Alright, so you get Taken 1. Well done. Where's my other pile? Where's my other pile? What I've done with me? There's my other pile. I'm a bit emotional. Alright. There we go. And they go. And this is for, of course, Taken 2. Good films. There you go, there's one. Put him over there. And the winner is Ben Easdown. I think he won one last week, didn't he? So yeah, well done to you, mate. So you get Taken 2. I've got those out of the way quickly. I'll get them sorted. I will contact you both on Facebook, let you know what you've won, and I'll get it out to you as soon as I can. Now, I'm not going to tell you what next week's prizes are until tomorrow's video, because I will be doing my U's. No, I've done my U's. It will be my V's next. See, I'm all over the place. My V's is what I'm going to be doing next, and I will let you know what the prize will be then. Now, I did put on my Facebook page a little rundown of how I want to set my videos out for the week. Now that went straight tits up with my mum went in hospital. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what's actually coming out this Monday, which I think is worth looking at. Give you an idea of prices, what's coming out, what you may have missed yourself. You know, these coming soon boards don't always have everything that's coming out that's half decent, so I'll let you know. I'm going to obviously read it off of here. Now, of course, who's not going to know this? Monday, Last Jedi is finally out. Now, you can get that as a Blu-ray, 3D, Steelbook, 4K, and big sleeve. So, right across the board, there's good ones. I have the 3D Steelbook Zavvi special coming for myself. So, no doubt, the email says it might turn up Tuesday. So, why a day late, I don't know, but dickheads. I still haven't got my Justice League 3D. That's gone into the ether, and I've still got to wait 5 more days, they said, before I can report it lost. Yay. So I still haven't watched it. Not that I could have watched it. There's Disaster Artist is out. Now that's the one with James Franco, where he plays that weird actor. That looks a bit tongue-in-cheek, but I think that's definitely worth a little shout as well. Now one that's an HMV exclusive, and it's a bit expensive. I think it's over 20 quid, but My Own Private Idaho is being re-released in like an exclusive collection done for HMV. Now, if you're my age, you'll know that film. It's River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves. Anyone else? Maybe you even heard of it, but it's supposed to be quite a good film. I would recommend it. Tomb Raider 1 and 2 are coming out in 4K, but it's steelbooks that they've done, and they are already sold out at Zavvi. So I'd be looking at CEX for people trading it in, or look on eBay, see if people are trying to make money. They're not the best pictures on them. If you have a look on the Zavvi site, you'll see them. I think they're pretty plain. I mean, I've picked up my double pack. I'm happy with that. My stuff will upscale, so yeah. But a bit dodgy. We have steelbooks coming of the original Death Wish for Charles Bronson. That's at Zavvi for $15.99. That's an exclusive. And you have World War Z as a steelbook exclusive as well. That's $15.99 as well. You also have 13 Hours. These all they all look like the same kind of branding on these steelbooks as well. And there is another one that I can't remember. I will get around to that one later. One thing I did notice, there's a Puppet Master coming out It's on Amazon for $26.99, so it's a bit expensive, but it's the original Puppet Master, and it's in the VHS style boxing, but it's got a Blu-ray and a DVD collector's box inside it. So anyone who's a fan of Puppet Master, that might be worth picking up as well. That's actually out. Yeah, it is out on Monday as well. I'm sure it is. And for any of you like these TV series, the show 30 Rock, season 1's coming out, but it's bloody £43. So a bit painful, but that's one that I want to get into, but I ain't going to get into it at that price. That is painful. So what I'll do each week, I'm going to run what I'll normally do is every weekend or every Monday, I'd say, I'll then run down what's coming out the following Monday. So you've got a week to prepare, try and hunt down, find what you want, just to let you know the highlights of what's coming out. And I'll do my best to make sure everything I do is up to date with that as well. Okay, now what I said to everybody next is I was going to do my first ever review. Now, it's going to be short and sweet on what my thoughts are, basically, but a lot of people my age, I mean, I was 43 2 days ago. Thank you for all my birthday wishes, by the way. Loads of people. I can't believe it. It's amazing. Flash Gordon, you're my age, you'll know this film. If you're not my age, if you're younger than me, there's a good chance you're not going to really know much about it. The score for this film was entirely composed by Queen. So if you get that kind of genre into your head, you'll know the kind of boom, 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 boom information that comes out of this. You know, it's a good film. Would I recommend it to people nowadays? Yes, I would. This film shows you how camp things were back then, how tongue-in-cheek things were back then, how bad the acting was back then. I mean, it was directed by a guy called Mike Hodges, and the Flash was actually a guy called Sam Jones. Now, anyone who likes funny films now will know Sam Jones from being in Ted. He plays himself when he's older, but this is Sam Jones. This is Flash Gordon, so this is where all his fame comes from. Not the best actor in the world, wears the tightest trousers in the world, stupidest head, blonde haircut, and fights like a girl. So trust me, he fights like a girl. The only thing that surprised me about this film is the guy his name's Topol, the professor with the beard. He's actually the guy out of Fiddler on the Roof. How I didn't even pick up on that years ago is just beyond me. It just shows I'm shit for brains, but it really cheered me up to know that he was in this. And I've seen this film 100 times before anyway, but I've never seen it on Blu-ray until I got it. And believe it or not, even Timothy Dalton's in this film. Now, you know, Bond from years ago. So, and he looks so young in this, and he does not act well in this. If I had to say to a 20-year-old, watch this to get some nostalgia in your life, it is a good throwback to the 80s. The colours are amazing. The effects really don't stand up to nowadays standards, but when you look at it, you can see it's a soundstage, but it makes you laugh. It doesn't disappoint. The colours, the costumes, so much thought was put into it. I really, really, really enjoyed watching this film again. Now, I'm going to give my films a score out of 10. Now, I'll call it my Blu-ray score. I would give this 8 out of 10. Simply because it is that nostalgic. It stands up story-wise, definitely. I mean, the main bad guy Ming in this, yeah, his acting against nowadays kind of characters sucks. But for sheer funniness, I would watch this again and again, and I do recommend it to whoever can pick it up. £5 this cost me, worth every penny if you ask me. So for my first ever review, I highly recommend it. 8 out of 10. All right. So that is my review done. Now, I like giving films away every week. I do it because I like it. I do it because I appreciate my subscribers. Anyone can enter. Just subscribe to me first and then befriend me on Facebook. That's all I ask you to do. If you're wondering even if you don't like the prizes, if you win it, trade it in. You know what I mean? I love it. Now, I've had 3 films come from people this week. I'm not going to mention names just because you know who you are, all right? But I've had one of my viewers, I am so appreciative. They've given me Red Tails and the 3D version of San Andreas, and I'll be watching this tonight. Just for the sheer fact that I didn't have them. I am so appreciative of this. I really am. I don't take any of this for granted. This is like the 5th and the 6th And there's one here. This is the 7th film different people have sent me since I started my channel. I've only been doing this 2 months, so I very much appreciate what you've done. Really do. If there's anything I can get you that I can help you get, contact me. That's all I say. You've done me a good favour. Let me see if there's something I can help you with as well. All right, or enter my competitions. You know, that's a good way of getting some payback as well. Now, like I said, I won't mention names, but you know who you are when you send me a digibook of X-Men Apocalypse. Oh yes. I mean, I literally have 2 or 3 digibooks max. So I've got 300, the French version of 300 as a digibook, and I think I might have one more. That's it. But this is so cool. I mean, look at that. You know, the fact that somebody sent me this because they appreciate what I've done for them as well. Again, so humbling. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I really do. Now, where's that? 2 of the other ones. Pickups. I picked up 2. Not much, I know. Was there a 3rd one? Oh, we're done with it. Do you know what? I'm sure there was a 3rd film, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was. See, it's gone out my head. I'm so knackered this week. Right, so the two decent ones that I've gone. I picked up Ghost. Now, I saw this film twice in the cinema. Don't ask me why, but I love Whoopi Goldberg, and you got to have that film. It's a classic. And then this is a weird one, Pathfinder. I've seen this film around for years, never watched it, never heard much about it, but I just thought, yeah, I've got to get that. It looks like an Eric Van Loosbader novel that I used to read when I was a kid, you know. So that's my pickups as well. Okay, now to roll this all into one, because I've only been going 10 minutes, but I'm just catching up for the week. My top 10 that I should have done on Tuesday. Now, my top 10 is short, it's sweet, it's cheap. CEX. My top 10 50p Blu-rays. Now, I'm just going to read out 10. I've got like 15, 16 on here, but you can pick up Zero Dark 30 for 50p. If you're not sure what that is, it's the team that killed Osama bin Laden. The bird who did Hurt Locker did it. She used to be married to James Cameron. Her name escapes me for the moment, but was it Catherine something? Or Kathy? So Zero Dark 30 for 50p. You cannot go wrong with that. Another really gritty one, Lone Survivor. This is a Mark Wahlberg film about some soldiers left behind in, I think it's Afghanistan, but you're talking some brutal shootouts, and that is one I would highly recommend. But for 50 pence, you are got to be laughing. That is a bloody good deal. One of my favourite sci-fi ones, well, I say sci-fi fantasy, Hansel and Gretel with Hawkeye out of Avengers. Now, this is a funny film, and it's quite brutal as well. For 50 pence, you have got to pick that film up. It's brilliant. Now, for my 4th one, I would actually pick The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. For 50 pence, it's gritty, it's truthful, and it's a bloody good film. And one of the trainers in that, look on WWE's website, he's just been killed by a trucker. He's one of the Hall of Famers. He did most of the training for the people in the film. He died yesterday. He got hit by a truck. So look for that. His name escapes me right now, but you'll see dedications to him in WWE programming over the next few days. Now, what would I choose next? The classic for the ladies, Magic Mike. You can pick up Magic Mike for 50 pence. I mean, what else is there to say? For a film of that quality, you got to have it, really. Now, the other one to go with Zero Dark 30, the other film that woman did, Hurt Locker. That is one stressy film, but again, Catherine Bigelow. That's it. I knew it'd come to me. That's her other decent war film. Pick it up, 50 pence. You cannot go wrong. You really can't. What else would I choose out of my listings? I mean, you can actually get The Amazing Spider-Man for 50p now. I mean, everyone and their mother's got that film. I've got 3 different versions of it. But for 50p, again, you really cannot go wrong. If I'm looking for a decent, what I would call decent comedy, Tower Heist, Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy, for 50 pence. Alan Alda is the bad guy for the guy out of MASH. Brilliant film. For 50p, you are laughing. If we're looking at gritty again, District 9. If you don't know about that film, please, you've got to watch it. Absolutely incredible. 50 pence. You can pick this film up for 50p. Please get it. And I've got it normal, and I have it steelbook, and the steelbook's amazing. And believe it or not, the last two I'm going to give you, I think I'm up to 8. You can get Expendables 1 and you can get Expendables 2 at 50p a piece. Now, I'm 43 2 days ago now, so nostalgia wise, you know, all these old action stars, the Expendable films are just like a drug to me. They're brilliant. So, for 50 pence films, you've got to pick these up. The way you do it, go onto CX's website, select Blu-ray movies. Then there's a little drop down where you can do your high and low price. Do low to high price, and it brings up the 50p ones first. And you can then go store specific, so you can look at your local store and see what they've got for 50p. So you can go in there knowing what stock they have and what's going to cost that kind of money. That's how you build your collection as cheap as possible. So the top 10, maybe it's slightly a part of a skew with one today, but I think that's 10 decent films for a fiver. 5 years ago, you couldn't rent two decent films for a fiver at Blockbusters. Now you can buy 10 of them on Blu-ray for a fiver. You are laughing. So that's all my little listings there. I will get onto schedule for next week, guys. So if you check out my Facebook page, you'll see the schedule of videos that I'm going to run, which will include a new review for this Monday as well. I won't tell you what it is yet because we haven't really decided what we're going to watch, but obviously the following week my review will be The Last Jedi, because then hopefully it'll finally turn up. Maybe I'll do Justice League if it turns up. Depressed. Right, competition winners, congratulations. I'll get them out to you and I'll get contacted on Facebook for you. I only did a couple of pickups, but I have about 7-8 things still on the way, so we'll see what turns up in the post over the next few days. Hopefully my mother stays well as well. Now one of my neighbours passed away yesterday as well, so just say if they're even watching this, my condolences to you guys as well. So it hasn't been a good week around here at the moment, so I'm trying to stay positive. I'm literally, as you can see, full up for a whole bay now, doubled up, so I'm going to start on this one, that one. Where am I going? That way. Yes. Start filling up this one next. And yes, all of those up there are still competition prizes, but I will decide on what I'm going to give away in tomorrow's video. We've only got VWXYZ to go, guys. Then I'm going to really have to start reviewing stuff, aren't I? But we'll get there. Just one last thing, just to say I really do appreciate all the support again. Thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday, wish my mum well. Enjoy your start of your weekend. You will be hearing from me again before the end of the weekend. But be safe and have a good evening, guys. Take care.